Doomsday cults are groups that advocate apocalyptic and millennial beliefs. They can either prophesize disaster or strive to annihilate the universe. This term was first pioneered by sociologist John Laughlin during his 1966 research on members of the Unification Church in the U.S., titled Doomsday Cult, a study of conversion, proselytization, and maintenance of faith. By 1958, Leon Festinger had published a study on a group that foretold catastrophic events when prophecy fails, a social and psychological study of a modern group that predicted the destruction of the world. Festinger and his team sought to understand why cult members remained committed even when the leader's prophecies turned out to be false. One explanation attributed this to dissonance reduction, a type of rationalization. After a prophecy fails, members often show renewed enthusiasm, rationalizing that their actions may have prevented the foreseen disaster or repose trust in the leader when the date of disaster is deferred. Debate exists around the term's use in government and media, specifically whether it could create a self-fulfilling prophecy paradox. This paradox posits that government actions responding to the group's doomsday beliefs could reinforce those beliefs, encouraging the group to act out. Further, such discussions often draw parallels between the self-fulfilling prophecy and deviancy amplification spiral theories. Laughlin's 1966 book, originally a doctoral thesis published in 1964 named The World Savers, a field study of cult processes, is viewed as a significant, often quoted study of religious conversion and one of the first contemporary sociological evaluations of a new religious movement. Post-publication, the term doomsday cult has integrated into common vernacular due to widespread use in media to describe apocalypse, predicting religious sects. Psychologists Festinger, Riecken, and Schachter discovered people often adopt a catastrophic worldview when mainstream ideologies disappoint them. They observed a cult whose charismatic leader had repeatedly predicted a catastrophic flood on December 21, 1955, which would destroy the Western Hemisphere. After the prophecy's failure, their experiences and the cult interaction was published in the book When Prophecy Fails, a social and psychological study of a modern group that predicted the destruction of the world. According to social scientists, when a doomsday prediction by a cult leader passes without incident, some group members leave, while others display increased belief and dedication towards the group's cause. The belief in an impending disastrous event often ingrains within followers a strong sense of special identity and purpose. Even when such prophecies fail, members strive to rationalize it, either by misinterpretation, shift in event date, or attributing the non-occurrence to their own actions. One instance of such a response was observed in the Festinger study where, after their prediction of a catastrophic deluge proved false, the followers claimed it had been averted due to their faith. They then intensified their efforts to recruit new members. The definition of such groups is debated in Eric Carlton's book, Politeia, Visions of the Just Society. Carlton suggests that for these believers, the predicted event is seen not as doomsday, but rather a day of deliverance or world renewal. He views these groups as the epitome of exclusivity, promising members a new utopia post an inevitable cataclysm. Doomsday cults have existed for a while but are relatively limited in number, as noted by Bringer-Lea in Globalization and the Future of Terrorisms. The media reporting on such cults escalated mainly due to the violent events that unfolded during 1993-1997. As discussed in Mystics and Messiahs by Jenkins, however, he sees the Order of the Solar Temple as more akin to organized crime than a doomsday cult. A similar comparison is drawn in Yakuza, Japan's criminal underworld for Shinrikyo, which resembles an avaricious gang more than a fanatical doomsday sect. The term doomsday cults is often used by the media but is not necessarily understood by non-members or ex-members. Some even believe that this characterization may induce a self-fulfilling prophecy where violent incidents linked to the group could be influenced. The Canadian Security Intelligence Service report highlights this potentially harmful cycle where authoritative ramifications perceived as threatening by a cult may strengthen their destructive beliefs, foster isolation, and provoke further aberrant actions, resulting in more severe authoritative consequences. This amplifying spiral purportedly facilitates violence, aligning with the group's apocalyptic scenario. In Apocalypse Observed, Hal, Schweiler, and Schrein explore the significant influence wielded by media over the unfolding events linked to the Order of the Solar Temple group.